other students that you want to hear from and you want to know what's going on in their lives, and we just want to give you a little bit of that. So today we have Clara with us. Clara, tell us where you go to school, what grade you're in, and what you have been doing this whole time to pass your time.
So I go to school here. So I go to MJCA, and I'm a senior, so it's been a little bit tough. But I, in quarantine and stuff, I haven't been to school since March 2nd. But in quarantine and stuff, you know, I've been able to get back into old hobbies, such as like painting, and I've been able to go hammocking and go hiking and stuff. So since they haven't shut down everything outdoors, so
Thankfully.
So yeah, and I've been doing schoolwork too. So the perks of going to private school is that you get to do your school online. So that's really fun. But yeah,
no shortage of things, right? It sounds like you're kind of making the most of that, like getting your schoolwork done still, but still being able to make some memories, have some fun, enjoy the nice spring weather that we have. So I think a lot of us are trying to do that. But right before all of this, you were preparing, and then you went right in the middle of this to Peru. So can you tell us a little bit about that trip?
Yeah, that was a really great trip. We got to go, it was like right after the tornado, but it was that Friday after the tornado. We went over spring break, and we got to talk with people. We got to fellowship with everybody there, even through that language barrier. And then we got to see one girl who I think she was 15 come to Christ, and it was really great seeing her throughout the week and being able to disciple with her. And then of course we got to have fun with the borders shutting down for coronavirus, but it was a really great trip overall, and we really got to see the Lord's hand in all of that.
That is awesome. That's awesome. Now tell us, like, what was the intended purpose of your trip? Like, were you going there to do like a camp or a VBS or ESL stuff? Like, what was kind of the daily task like while you were there?
So we taught ESL classes while we were there, and then at the end of the ESL class, we gave a Bible story, and so yeah, so we got to share the gospel while teaching ESL, which is a big thing that they want down there, even those in villages, because English is spreading throughout the entire world, and so we got to teach that, and then we also got to do dental hygiene clinics, and got to do eyeglasses, and give them all pair of glasses, which is really great.
That's awesome. Meeting needs everywhere. That's really cool. How would you say the Lord has really been using that experience, and then of course coming back here to not just kind of a destroyed school in town, but also the coronavirus? Like, how is he using all of that to teach you? Like, what is he teaching you through all of this?
Well, I think the main thing overall is that, you know, we go through, I mean, like, I specifically, like, we're constantly, like, going through life. We have these busy schedules, and especially as Americans, we definitely have, like, a busy schedule in a very go, go, go society. And the quarantine and everything has kind of, like, taught me to, like, slow down, and I need to, like, stop and spend time with God, and make time for God. I mean, God's given me all of this time, and he's like, you know, I want you to spend time with me, and that's given me an opportunity to have an extended amount of devotionals, and then also just trusting God through all of this. I mean, we're constantly in a constant changing society, and we don't know what's going to happen day to day, and so just trusting God in all of that, because although everything's changing, God remains constant in our lives. So
that's good. How have you seen his goodness in all of these things, like just from the school side of things to Peru to coming back and the virus and senior year kind of being, you know, taken from you, and some of these things that you would have expected to be doing and now you're not able to do? How have you still seen his goodness in all of that?
I think he's really blessed us with technology. I mean, we live in an area of technology, and so being able to go on Zoom calls and pray with my family members who might be overseas or in different parts around the country, and then just like his never changing love and grace and mercy, and that we can constantly, even if we had coronavirus, you know, we can still trust in him, and the fact that he doesn't change even though the world is going crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's such a good word for all of us to remember, right? Like, while our worlds and times and schedules and everything are so upended, he's not like swayed by this at all, which is really kind of a calming effect. So what would you tell to the students? You're a senior, kind of heading out of here in a crazy time, but what would you tell them right now if they were sitting right here, you were able to talk to them just as a word of encouragement or advice just during this season, something that you've learned, whether it's these last couple weeks or just this whole time that you've been in high school and student ministry, just what's a word that you would share with them?
I would definitely say to spend time with God and fellowship with other believers, because even though we have the social distancing, like I said, we've been blessed with technology, and so use that to your advantage and be able to fellowship with others and pray with others and pray for others, and then spend that time with God, because you have all of this extended time in quarantine and you're not seeing anybody else. Spend that time with God and go that extra hour or 2 hours and pray constantly throughout the day. Also, stay away from people. Social distance yourself and wash your hands and use hand sanitizer. Yeah, stay healthy, stay safe.
Sure, PSA for everybody. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
well, thank you.
Reminder.
Thank you, Clara, for sharing this. And thank you guys for tuning in. Check back in for more later.